I can't see anything suspicious. If someone wanted to damage the cemetery, they wouldn't need to go so far.
What makes me laugh is that the 300
The
year...
attack was aimed at a specific tomb, no doubt about that.
They're 300 years old, and yet they're still standing. And then we've got houses in this country that are not even 300 years old and fallen to pieces. Welcome to architecture of the 21st century.
I have no reason to go in yet.
Bloody hell. Let's go this way. I think I've already looked at these tombs. Let me have a look at the old F1. Yeah, I've already done that.
Doesn't seem like someone...
Yeah, I've already done that. I'm just double clicking to get it out there. Right. Is there anywhere else inside? No? Oh wait, there's something over there. What's that?
I can't see anything suspect. So far, everything is quiet.
Who would have thought that in a graveyard? I've just come back to the scene of the crime because you never know. The old...
Strange. It's as if it was still waiting for its owner.
Oh, its owner has been taken. Oh, what we got here now? Right. Oh, my book.
Strange. I've never seen an empty coffin in a tomb before. Father Mulcahy might know more about that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they put an empty coffin here? Maybe I just don't understand local customs.
Would you put a coffin in there ready for... Oh, hang on.
He is completely cold.
Is it he?
No, nobody has used it for ages.
Can I use it with my lighter? Oh, it's alcohol. What the hell?
There isn't enough light. I can't read anything. There isn't enough...
Okay, so I need light, and I don't have any light, because I thought this was a lighter until I realised it's some alcohol. Let's go back to Father Mahoney. Go on, run. There he is. I pressed everything in here. Okay. Right click first. What's he doing?
I wouldn't like to find out he's the one behind all this, and has just been pulling my leg all along. I have to ask you, where were you last night?
We buried Sir William last night. It was the family's wish that he was buried in secret, so the funeral was after sunset.
Okay.
It is strange you do not know that. The police supervised the whole ceremony.
In secret. Okay.
After the funeral, I went to bed and fell into a deep sleep.
So you didn't hear or see anything suspicious?
No, otherwise I would have investigated.
I think that sounds credible. Why did you explicitly want Inspector Lockley to come?
A strange question. Don't you know what he devoted himself to?
The church.
I've not had the pleasure of meeting him.
The inspector investigated most of those cases nobody else wanted to work on.
Or like the British police.
Including all accusations against Sir William. We have talked to each other several times.
Was he interested in anything in particular?
Once or twice he wanted to enter Lewis's tomb, but he never obtained the permission. Then I think he found a better hobby than hunting ghosts in graveyards. I have not seen him for weeks now.
So, the police participated in the funeral as well. I was just on my way to Plymouth. I'd be grateful for any information.
Not directly. They only had to look out for troublemakers that might possibly try to disrupt the ceremony.
That was
Sir
done in
William
secret.
was very unpopular, thanks to the rumors.
And were there any troubles?
It depends. The police made several raids on the local disreputable public houses, in the hope that it would divert attention from the graveyard. It seemed to have worked. But this morning, alas, I found the damaged tomb. It is a terrible tragedy.
I think probably more of a tragedy is the fact that your gravedigger's dead. Possibly. Maybe that's just me.
The damaged tomb. Does it belong to a significant family?
Significant? Not significant. Rather cursed.
Excuse me. What do you mean?
Exactly what I am saying. The Lewis family, one of the oldest families in the whole town, was once highly respected. But when Sir William was born, the last heir, it seemed God turned away from them. And if not God, the townspeople certainly did. Nobody could bear to look at his lifeless face. Even yesterday, at the funeral, the coffin was kept closed during the whole ceremony.
That makes sense, though.
The night's events are the punishment for our weakness. That's simply the way it is.
Okay, whatever.
Wait a minute. I need to make this clear. The damaged tomb belongs to the deceased's family. The one whose funeral was held just yesterday.
Precisely. We placed Sir William Lewis's lifeless body in his tomb in the dead of night. And this morning, that same tomb was desecrated.
Father Mulcahy, can you be discreet?
Why?
I am a priest.
I was inside the tomb, despite your request not to.
Why are you telling this to me? You will confess to God, not to me.
The coffin is empty.
What? It's not possible.
Please, stay calm.
Dear Lord, but that would surely mean... Are you sure? You opened the coffin?
It was open when I stepped in.
But what shall we do now?
For now, keep it to yourself.
You can count on that. Do you realize what a scandal this is?
Leave it to us. We will solve it. It's becoming pretty complicated. I have to find out as much about the deceased as I can.
Hang on. Write that in your book. Just hold on a minute.
I took a walk around the graveyard. It's a pretty big area. How do you manage to look after it?
It was Mr. Talbot's responsibility. He received an extra payment for that.
Did you allow him to have a dog with him?
Oh yes, I totally forgot about it. I will have to take care of the dog.
I'm afraid it won't be necessary. The animal is dead too.
I simply cannot understand this. Mr. Talbot trained dogs very well. Nobody was better at training dogs than him.
I suppose the dog tried to protect its master, and it kept attacking the murderer until the last breath. I also suppose the murderer fled over the top of the wall in the back part of the graveyard, where it's no problem to climb up. That's why the gravedigger's dog was killed in a different place to its master.
But tell me, Detective, who could have done such a thing?
I'll tell you that as soon as we find him.
Let's have a look in this book.
Strange. Father Mulcahy might know.
Oh, it's
The
just
piece of cloth does quite the contrary. He defended his master, and just before he was killed, he bit the murderer. It could prove to be important information later. I can't understand what might... And I think he was drunk. I'll know more after... An empty coffin and murdered gravedigger with his throat torn out. There must be some logical explanation.
Right, let's go to leave the cemetery.
Sergeant, I'll need your help. I want you to prevent anybody from entering the graveyard.
Of course, sir.
We have a murder here. I don't want anybody to be blundering around.
Wouldn't it be better if I ran to the station, sir?
No, it would not. You will not move an inch from the gate.
Excuse me, sir, but I think...
You personally guarantee that nobody will get to the cemetery. Do you understand?
As you wish, sir. You are the detective.
That's
sir.
my friends.
The best thing I can do is report the incident myself, and the sooner the better. At least I can try out the office telephone.
Right, to the town. We'll go here. Just checking, you never know.
I suppose the best thing I can do now is phone Chief Inspector Powell.
Oh. Okay, well, let's go to my phone. Let's go to the phone. I assume he's got his number.
Detective Sergeant Briscoe.
Oh.
Put me through to Chief Inspector Powell, please. I see. And when will he return? It's urgent. All right, I'll call back later. Please tell him I called and that I'll be in the field now if he needs to talk to me. He'll know. Goodbye. He's not here, and he should be back in 2 hours, so what should I do now? I'm not going to waste my time. I'll search the neighborhood to try and find clues, and then we'll see.
Okay, let's go back to the... Hang on a minute, can we go back to the... There we go. Hang on. Don't... I'll speak to him. Okay, back to town we doth go. Oh, who's this?
I'm just asking, nothing more.
And I am repeating that it is pointless. There is nothing to see in there.
Well, if there is nothing to see, why don't you have to go in?
Good point.
I have to insist that you leave.
Oh, I perfectly understand. Who's your superior?
I am.
You can ask at the station.
Thank you very much for your helpfulness.
Any troubles, Carter?
Not at all, sir. Just this annoying journalist. He wants you to go in.
Mind he stays on this side of the wall.
Should I arrest him straight away, sir?
Do you have any reason to do that?
I think he's suspicious, sir. How come he appeared right here?
Leave it up to me.
What the hell is he doing? I right-clicked it.
So the journalist has gone for a ride. And he has the camera with him by complete coincidence, I'm sure.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I have no reason to confiscate it. Do you have any matches?
Of course, sir. Do you smoke?
No. Sometimes I just need to shine light on something.
I have a cigarette from time to time, sir, but it's hard on the pocket. Here you are, sir.
Thank you.
I'm going to use that in the graveyard in a minute. If I forget. Just...
Sergeant Carter lent me these, but I doubt he wants them back. We have work to do, Sergeant. Someone has broken into a nobleman's family tomb.
Oh, unbelievable. What are people capable of today?
Tell me, has something similar happened before?
I don't know about anything like that, sir. Try asking the local vicar.
Yes, I was going to do that.
Shall I go to the office, sir?
Why? Do you think we'll need help?
Well, I think we might.
I'll manage, don't worry. Do you know that man?
I do, sir, unfortunately.
Why the regret?
His name is Nathaniel Forrest. He brings nothing but trouble. I don't know how it's possible, sir, but any time anything happens, he's there. He's like a pain in my neck, sir.
Which newspaper does he write for?
The Courier, sir. A local sheet, nothing special. He publishes a photograph, adds several pages of rubbish, and people swallow it. But in my opinion, sir, serious people never read anything like that.
Right, let me go through the gate. Let me go this way. Go in here. Now, I'm going to use the matches on the thing here.
There's neither wax nor paraffin. It hasn't been used in years.
How about pure alcohol? Will that work? It will! Excellent.
Better to be safe than sorry. I poured everything out.
To keep the bottle? No. Fucking hell, that's pretty impressive. Can I have one of them?
Now, this is better. The oldest deceased was Abraham Lewis. Died at the age of 38.
Bloody hell, that's not old, is it? Mind you, I suppose back then maybe it was.
Odd. The tomb seems to be for male family members only. But none of them lived to reach the age of 40.
Is that it for there? Oh, there's something there. Oh, the cat. 1 second. I'm going to wait for him to speak. Come on.
What could it be?
I don't know. Back in a sec. Sorry about that, the cat has legged it. Deja vu. Right. So we don't know what it is. Let's left click.
I can't grasp it properly. The crevice is too narrow.
Ah, well, we'll use my trusty tweezers. There we go.
Well, I expected a coin. This won't be of any substantial value.
It's a bit of glass or something. Probably a fake gem.
I'm no expert, but it cannot be recognized by the naked eye.
There you go.
No scratches, a perfect cut, and a very specific refraction of light. It takes my breath away. This must be a real diamond.
They will have that. Okay, so there's nothing else in here in the tomb. We've already looked in there, but I'll have a look now.
I don't understand why.
Okay. Right, let's go. Father Magorni, whoever his name, would be happy I've just lit the light. Let's go and speak to him now briefly if I can get there. Oh no, maybe not. Always speak to people every single time. Alright, let's go and speak to him. Right,
As they
first.
say, wherever the devil can't go, he sends a journalist. Excuse me, are you with the press?
And you with police, if I'm not mistaken.
I see there is no need to pretend anything. So I suppose you will not mind several questions, will you?
Of course not.
What are you doing here so early in the morning?
There's nothing strange about it. I'm working on an article about the funeral of Sir William, which took place yesterday. You know, the nobleman, nicknamed Mad William or something. I bet I won't be the only journalist who'll come here today, so I got up early.
I suppose the family of the deceased is agreeable to that, and that you have their consent?
Inspector, I hope we two are not going to trespass upon each other's patch.
Let me make it clear. I am no inspector, but I'm going to keep a close watch on you. You can count on that. And I'm prepared to pressure you if it's necessary.
I accept the challenge. It will be my pleasure to work with you.
Not mine. Big-headed fool. Just wait, I'll show you. Did you know Sir William personally?
No, we never met, thank God.
Tell me, how can you write about someone you don't know?
Inspector, everyone knew Sir William because of what he did during his life. I've talked to plenty of people who ran away from the horror. Trust me, the stories were terrible.
Verified by whom?
The horror of those people's eyes, Inspector. It will convince you more than anything else.
This is leading nowhere. A prostitute in a church would be more credible than him. I could not overlook the machine.
Do you like it? It has 3 gears, the latest technology.
I was talking about the camera you have in that bag.
Oh, that thing. Fairly common type. The picture's caught on a glass plate. It can be easily broken, which is why I had to buy a better bike, to lessen the risk.
And I suppose you have it on you by complete coincidence.
Not at all. I came to take some pictures of a tomb. A particular tomb.
You don't even have enough imagination to think up a lie.
I don't want to insult your intelligence. I still hope we'll come to an agreement and you'll let me in. I can make a famous man of you.
Forget it. Pack your stuff and get away. He's laughing in my face. I've never seen such impudence before. Sir, you have no business here, so please leave.
Don't count on it.
Have you ever seen a prison cell from the inside?
I have. But don't get me wrong, it's nothing to shout about.
Exactly.
Is that supposed to be a threat? You can't arrest me.
I'll do it.
I'll complain.
You can.
I'm not going to leave anyway. The public has a right to know what's going on.
He didn't swallow the bait. He's no amateur.
Okay. Into the sewers? What's he doing there?
A reminder of the plague which befell Plymouth last century. What's this? I almost overlooked it.
What?
An interesting catch. I'll make some notes.
What's that? Is that somebody's finger?
Someone threw it away the night Sir William's body disappeared. It must have been so. Otherwise someone would already have picked it up.
Presumptuous. Mind you, it is nice and clean and tidy.
It'll be difficult to find him. All that's known about him is that he smokes.
Alright, what's this? We've got some sewers down here. Is that where our Irish dude came into?
Once it'll be necessary to search the sewers, Sergeant Carter will finally be useful.
Let's ask him now.
Sergeant, you told me you smoke sometimes.
Yes, I'm partial to the odd smoke, sir.
How much would this kind of cigarette cost?
Oh, let me see. Well, hand-rolled, that's nothing unusual. It depends on the tobacco, you know. This one, for instance, smells very good. Why are you interested in it, sir?
I found it near the column. It might have belonged to someone who knows what happened here.
Really? How would you know that, sir?
Because I doubt it would go unnoticed all day. And what would a typical resident of this district do if they were passing by chance and saw it lying there on the footpath?
He would pick it up, sir. I see. So someone must have thrown it away tonight.
Exactly. And it is more than probable that the person who threw it away knows what happened here.
In that case, sir, I have such a theory, if it helps you, sir.
Go ahead.
No one rolls a cigarette in a hurry, sir. Maybe in a pub or while one is waiting for someone. I guess it would be the latter case. It takes time to prepare the whole thing, sir. It's something like a ritual of killing time, sir.
Not only time, Sergeant. Thank you for your remark. The mysterious smoker is slowly emerging. But if I really want to find him, I'll need more than one cigarette. He uses top-quality tobacco. Most of the local rabble couldn't afford it.
How do you know the local rabble can afford it?
This is not a suitable hiding place for a thief.
Well,
It's right in front of the main gate and quite well lit. Whoever was waiting at the monument failed to smoke his cigarette, but he didn't fear being found.